Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and I am back with another plan with me. This one I'm actually planning really early in my week. It is Tuesday of the week before, but since I am leaving on a vacation on Monday and I have my friend visiting for the last half of the week this week, I'm planning it today. So, anyways, and since I'm going to a conference, I pretty much know what I'm going to put down in this spread. And I debated using this kit for my actual planner or my memory planner because it was a custom kit and it's gorgeous and wonderful and all of that. But I figured if I used it for this one, this is what I'll be carrying with me. Then I get to see it all week. Whereas if I do memory planning, afterwards, then I really won't get to see it except for that hour or two that I'm planning it. So we'll just look at what I've got in here. So first of all, I have just this deco sheet. This kit was custom designed for me from Rose of the City Prints. So if you haven't checked out her shop, you definitely should. She was super great about designing a custom order for me. I emailed her and asked or messaged her on Etsy and just asked if that would even be a possibility because obviously I'm probably the only person in the world that wanted a sticker kit for this weekend or this week. And so yeah, she's never going to sell another one of these, but she was really great about making like a completely custom kit, anything I wanted. So just keep all of that in mind when you are looking at this and thinking about the awesome event that you want a custom kit designed for. So first of all, I just had this deco. Phi Delta Chi is my fraternity, pharmacy fraternity. And so then I had just the Greek letters. I have some of the little crests. Our flower is the red carnation, so I have those. And then AAAE is the abbreviation for our motto, which is each needs the help of the other. So I loved all of this kind of deco to go along with it. And then she does have the weekend banner. Then I have the full boxes. There's AAE again, so Altirum, Alterius, Auxilia we get. Then I just have like a box with the red carnation, Phi Delta Chi, another one with the red carnation, and then a couple that would be great for writing in what we're doing that day or for that time frame. Then I have the bottom washi, which I'll probably actually use up on the top, that says Grand Council. Then I have just some of this, I think they're just a big strip of glitter. So I don't know what I'll use that for yet, but I'll try to put it in if I can. Since my trip is like the whole week basically, I probably wouldn't be able to use it. But if you had like a vacation that was just, 4 days or less, then this would be really great for that. Then I have just a couple of flags. I've got 2 flags, one that says Capitol Hill visits because we are going to be talking to our legislators about pharmacy legislation. And then we have a photo at APHA, which is the American Pharmacists Association. And I can tell you a fun story about that when I do the plan with me. Then I have check in, check out, and then a couple of little important flags. Then I have the half boxes with the red carnation, a full box with our crest, so you do get 9 full boxes. And then you have the date covers, banquet awards presentation, chapter displays, and then some more flags. Oh, I guess here's another glitter strip. So you could even layer the washi strips because then you have both of them if you wanted to do. And I might do that because I did that in this plan with me last week where I did a thick strip washi at the top and then a thinner one at the bottom. So I might do that. Some heart checklists, some headers, and then I have some sidebar headers, some little things, and I did have her give me a lot of meal headers, just because I knew I'm going to be eating a lot of food there, especially like breakfasts are all timed out, and so I'll put all those in there. And then some full heart checklists, and then a couple of weekly trackers. So, I mean, totally, exactly everything was perfect. So, that was a really long explanation, but I'm so excited about this kit. So, we are just going to get started. And so I think I'm going to just kind of white out the edges of these. I thought about leaving the gold because it would be really perfect except for the blue. It's kind of hard to do spreads in the colorful sometimes, because otherwise if it was just the gold it would be perfect, I'd leave it. But since there's not like a really kosher way to, I don't know, like knock that out and keep the rest and make it look pretty, at least not that I can think of, I am going to just cover this one up with the bottom washi, which is going to be put at the top. And then I'll probably just do my sidebar and then come back. Okay, so I've got that down. For my sidebar, I had just a little bit of space left over, so I ended up using a little thing and then just covering up the icon with a piece of deco. And then I also just put in like the date covers and all that jazz. So we will just get into it. So on Monday is the last day of my rotation that I'm on now. So I think I'll do, let's do red. Because I kind of want to save the gold for something a little bit. I mean, this is exciting too, but I'm going to save the gold a little bit. And so just put this in here. One thing I don't think I mentioned is that I got this kit on her premium matte paper, and it's gorgeous. Very like buttery and soft. If I can get this sticker down straight. I think my date cover might be a little crooked, so I'm trying to line it up so it's straight but doesn't look like too crooked. Okay, so that one looks good. And then it is my last rotation. Where's my last day of that rotation? So I just grabbed these. These are from Sweet Cheeky Designs. They're really big, and so I don't get to use them a ton, but I figured since I had all of this room, I will just put it in like that. And then I have my last day of my rotation, and then when I get home, I'm going to end up packing a lot. So I don't think I have any stickers that say packing on them. And I didn't like the way I have some, oh, what are those called? Like, suitcase stickers. But I didn't like the colors with this. They were a little too bright. And so, oh, maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe let me do a checklist, and then I can just put down like some odds and ends. Oh, that's perfect. An odds and ends header, and then put down the little packing list, just because I don't think I'll have a ton, but I always forget to bring something. Usually it's something little, but sometimes it's something, you know, important. So I'll just put that down, and then I want to sleep early. I also want to put in just a dinner little things. I'm going to just do, ooh, let's do yellow, because I have a lot of those. I mean, I have a lot of red too, but we'll just put a dinner. I'll probably put down a TV one too, just because, I mean, this is the only day I'm probably going to end up watching TV, and I'll just do a glitter one for that. And then above it, I want to put down like a flag. Let's do red. And then I also pulled out, this is from Prickled Pear's Studio, and it's from Kayla's sampler, K-Plans 88. And so she had one of the little nap pillow stickers, and so I was just going to use that just to remind myself that I really need to go to bed early on that night. And so I might write that in just underneath. And then other than that, I think I was just going to put in that it's Harry Potter's birthday that day. This is, I'm not using a Harry Potter kit, obviously, and so I thought it'd just be fun to pull in something. I pulled out a couple of different things, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I think I was going to pull in, the Remember All is really big, but I might pull that in. I thought about pulling it in for packing, like, oh, remember to do these things. I might pull that in, even though it's quite large. This is from Jalen Paper Co. And then, I'm trying to think what else I could put there. Oh, I don't know, it's kind of big. Like, I really want to use it, but she has them in different sizes. I don't remember what size this is. But I know she has like a mini size, and that would have been like perfect just to put in like a Remember All for like Remember to pack. But I think for this one I might just use like Harry. He's happy Harry. And then I'm trying to think if I should put in a flag or a heart or what I should even do for that one. Let's just put Harry in, and then he can just be his own thing. Okay, so then I have like a little bit of Harry Potter in here, and granted, I mean, it's all like Dregs of Wine and Old Gold are colors. They also happen to be like Gryffindor colors, so, you know, that works. Okay, so then on Tuesday I have to go to the airport, and then I fly out. I pulled out these. I just realized that they don't really match. I have the black that matches, but I don't really want to use both blacks, but then at the same time, let's see, what other color could I use? Because the yellow is a little bit too, I guess I could do gray, like black and gray. Because I will be spending most of the day flying. So I'll do this one for my first flight. And then I love that she has these little like layover stickers, and so I think I'm going to use them as well. Might just pull in the light gray, because if I'm sandwiching them in between these like darker gray and black, then they won't have to worry too much about them being too harsh, I guess. And then I'll do the dark gray. These are from Creating & Co. And I do really like them. I just didn't realize, or didn't really think about like the colors when I was getting them. Okay, so then that's, I mean, pretty much my whole morning, all the way up till 4 p.m. But since obviously I'm going to do fun stuff, I'm going to, just not really worry about the hours. I might put in this full box. This one just has the Phi Delta Chi, and then that actually takes me down to 4 o'clock, so, because I think what I have is I have to check in, and then I don't remember if I had a registration one or not. No, I didn't, so that's perfect, because then I can just do the check-in, which is basically like check in and get my registration packet and all that jazz. And then on And then in the night time, there's going to be a comedy night and probably other stuff too. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a full box or if I want to do like some half boxes. I think I might just do a full box because I feel like I have a lot of events. Oh, is it gonna fit? It's gonna be close. I have a lot of events later in the week that I feel like won't take up, not necessarily that it won't take up a lot of time, but if I have stuff going from like 7 in the morning until, you know, the wee hours of the evening, I probably should save some of my stuff for later too. And then let me try to center this in between, and then I think that'll call it good for this. I might pull in, I'm gonna pull in another crest. I kind of, like, I know it's kind of over the top. You might be looking at this and being like, oh my gosh. But I really, really, really love my fraternity. I've been a member of it ever since I was an undergrad. I've been in it for a really, well, I don't know, maybe not that long of a time, but since 2013, which is quite a while. And then, you know, got into pharmacy school, still am in it. So for me, it's a big part of my life. And so that's why I am so crazy excited and whatnot. I was the president of my chapter, I was the vice president of my chapter, I was, and then at this event I'm going to be running for a regional office, so yeah, just kind of like super duper excited. Okay, so I have to remember what I have on all of these little things. So I think the first thing I'm going to do, that we have like an opening business session, and I think I'm going to just pull in, let's do red, and then put that up here at the beginning of the day, and then, let's see, and then I have lunch after that, and so really, like, really ignoring the hours this week, but I don't think it really matters that much because, I mean, it's vacation anyways. It's not like I'm going to be looking at this all the time. We actually have the schedules on, like, our phones and stuff. They made an app, so it's not like a huge thing, but I figure why not just put it on here. Okay, and then, yeah, I'll do yellow. Then we have an open candidate review, which I think is for our grant officers that are running, or people that are running for grant office. And then we have, wait, what day is this? Wednesday. We have some like committee meetings and regional caucus. Okay, so I'm gonna stick, ooh, maybe not that one. Let's do black. Let's put this one down here. And then I'm going to layer this little one that says chapter displays over top of it, just because I can't really write on a black box, and so that will be okay there. And then I don't really know what a first reference committee is, but it kind of sounds important, and I'll put down an important header. And then I'll put in, let's just do another flag. Oh gosh, that's a lot of flags in one area. Never mind. I am going to put in I want to put it in a half box, but I don't think it'll fit with the important header. I'll move this down a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I'm sure we'll do something afterwards as well. So that's always the hard part, is you don't want to put in too much and then not have room at the end of the day for, you know, the fun stuff that you do. But and I think for that I'm gonna end up just pulling in like a flag, because I don't know what we're doing, but it'll probably be like going to some bars or whatnot, meeting new friends. Okay, so there's the first half of the week. Lovely. Then we're moving into Thursday. So Thursday I'm going to start off with a little breakfast icon, or a little label for breakfast. Because since we have so many people, they have us like eating breakfast in stages, and then lunch we're in like different rooms. So I figured that'd be nice just to use for those. Okay, that's Thursday. And then we have some officer training courses. Like I said, I don't know. This is my first Grand Council. So I don't know exactly what all of these things are, but they are on my schedule. And I figure even if it doesn't help me necessarily, it'll help my chapter. So I'm going to, we have like a part 1 and a part 2 for this. So I am going to just cut down one of these checklists. And write down like the different times. Use the banner for the title, and then do that. Okay, and then we have lunch after that. And for lunch, I'm going to pull in probably yellow again. And then we are going to do our Capitol Hill visits. And right now, I'll put down like a 2-heart checklist. We were still waiting to hear back from one of our, I don't know if it was our representative or if it was one of the senators or what, but because I know there were 3 that we could have visited with, but one of them wasn't in town, or like their advisor, not their advisor, their aide wasn't in town, because obviously you don't talk to the real people ever, because I did this last year too, for a different pharmacy conference. Same legislation, still trying to get it done. Just basically being able to bill pharmacists for services that they do. So if they talk to a Medicare patient about, you know, their diabetes medications and their meter and all things like that, being able to bill for that time, because right now you can't. And so it's kind of, you know, in rural areas where patients don't necessarily see a healthcare provider, or like their closest healthcare provider is their pharmacist. You know, it's nice to be able to bill for those services. Okay, and then I'm just going to put a box there because I don't really know what we're doing, but I'm sure we'll do something fun. Sorry, I had to plug in my computer, or yeah, my phone, computer, all that jazz. Okay, so next, after that, we're going to do a photo at APHA, and that's the story I was going to tell you guys from earlier. So basically, APHA, the American Pharmacist Association building, is the only building that is not a government building that's directly on the mall. And that is because, like, way back when, It was a pharmacist that originally donated the land that the National Mall is on. And so then he had that land. And so pharmacy is on the mall, really. So anyways, so we're going to do that. And so I figure for this box, we're probably going to do some sightseeing or whatnot because we'll be kind of down in that area anyways. And probably afterwards we'll be doing something like that as well. And so I'm going to just pull in, I kind of want to pull in the sparkly box for something else. Either dinner or drinks or sightseeing or something. Then on Friday I'm going to put down another sticker for breakfast. I am going to do yellow. I might run out of these stickers. I have like a ton of red that I need to use up. Yeah, so like lots of fun, like facts and history and all that jazz with pharmacy. So then we have like our interim business session. There's my notes. And so I think for that, maybe I'll finally use this little important flag just for that. So that'll take up some time. And then we have reference committees, which I don't think I even got on a reference committee. Then again, I think if I'm running for something, I probably would get pulled from them regardless. Let's see. So we've got a couple of things going on. I'm just going to use maybe like a today header and then another 2-heart checklist, and then just pull in like these 2 little things. Like we have a photo booth that we can take photos at. Last year when I went to this conference, I was so sick. My niece gave me like this eye virus, and so like I was just sick. I looked like a zombie like in my photo. So this year I'm gonna get a much better photo, hopefully. Who knows, with me I could always end up just like blinking or something. And then for lunch that day I end up having or I get to go to like a professional roundtable lunch. And so seeing if there's like any way to make it look a little bit jazzier. Might do just like a lunch header and then a flag underneath that kind of says what that is. And then after that, then we have officer training, regional caucuses, and candidate review. So I think for that, I kind of want to use a box and just stick a box in here. Oh, it's kind of like a busy day. Maybe not. I know. I'll figure it out. Because let me think. I have 3 boxes left. Maybe I'll do this box just because I can write a little bit easier in it and save maybe that box for Sunday. Even though I'm going to have 2 of these boxes next to each other, it is a busy couple of days. And then I'll just kind of write in what we have that afternoon, and then I'll pull in another half box for dinner and whatever else. Let's do black, and then, oh shoot, no, I did do that. Okay, phew. I was worried about, I had forgotten to use one of these earlier in the week, but I did. So, so do that, and then I'll probably just pull in like a flag or something just to take up the rest of that space. We'll do red since I still have some. Okay. So then moving on to Saturday, I need to switch over my notes because they're so long. Saturday we have breakfast again. And I'm going to pull in one of my red ones just because I'm almost out of those. Or I have 2 of those and only one of the gold or some whatnot, even though, no, never mind. I'm gonna use the gold because I was just thinking I don't have anything on Sunday for breakfast. I don't think they feed us on Sunday because everyone's gonna be traveling home and whatnot. So I'll put that there for breakfast, and then we have our final business session, which I'll use a half box for. Use the yellow, and I think that's when they you know, announce who won, and, you know, not the awards because that's that night, but like who won, like the regional national officers and things like that. So then we have the lunch. We also have the photo booth again, so I might try to mark that as well. Lunch, and then we have a regional roundtable. So I'll just put in, do an important header for that. And then I'm not sure, I'll put it in just a full box. Yeah. And then I'll just put in my 2, we have our banquet and then we have our awards presentation, and they split them up because we don't all fit in the same room for the banquet, and so then we have the awards presentation afterwards, and it goes to like midnight. It's a really, really, really long night, and I'm gonna just put in a little sparkly heart, because then I can put in, usually we get like a participation award, I mean, that we turned in all of our reports, things like that. So if nothing else, I can write that in, or if we do something after, then I'll write that in. So then on Sunday, I don't have anything except for just checking out. And then I check out, and then I don't leave DC until that night, and so I might just put in this like super sparkly box, and then you know, just kind of fill in. I'll probably try to just do some sightseeing, and then hopefully I can leave my bags at the hotel, and then swing back by and pick them up on my way, you know, out of town. So yeah, gonna do that, and then I'm trying to see what else I want to do, or what else I have left to use up. Oh, I have this that's really sparkly. And I kind of want to use that, so I'll probably, maybe I'll use my little lunch header, because I'll get lunch somewhere, and then put it in after, just because maybe I'll go a couple places. I don't know when my friends are leaving, because there's 3 of us coming from our chapter, and then obviously other people that we'll meet along the way and whatnot. So I'm sure we'll do some stuff, and then I'll put in my flight information, because then it'll just be a really long night flying back. Since I'm going like East Coast to West Coast, it'll be like 11 o'clock or midnight when I get home. But it'll really feel like, you know, 3 in the morning with all the time changes. So, you know, not exactly looking forward to that. And then hopefully I can squeeze in this little layover. It's like the perfect size to fit in here. So not using like a ton of extra stickers for this week. But in my memory spread, I'll probably use a lot more. This one was very heavy on like the kit because the kit was designed just for me. And so really it's like normal day, Final Takai for the entire rest of the week. And so like I said, it'll just be like a really fun, busy week. But I'll show you just what I have left at this point. I'll come back on at the end of the week like I always do and just show you kind of how it all turned out. So first of all, I have some of this deco left, and I think I might use, like this one says Grand Council and it's really glittery. I might use that in my either my memory spread or in my journal or things like that. I wanted to put it in here, but I mean, I already have Grand Council up here. I already have a lot, so don't really need it. Ooh, let me pull in, I was just thinking about it. I'm going to pull in this red carnation for this box, just to add in a little bit more deco, because I forgot I did it over here and really liked it for that. But I think that's where I'll stay for now. I might end up using some of these later, but I don't know at this point. Then I used up all of my full boxes, and I liked how she had a mix of like decorative full boxes and then full boxes that were kind of grayed out in the middle. So you could really have a nice mix. I still have a full heart checklist. Probably won't, I mean, there's nowhere to put it, so won't be using that. I've got a couple littles. Probably, I mean, that's the thing. I probably won't be using a lot of these leftovers because it is so full already. A flag, a couple more flags, most of my headers. I just don't use headers a ton. So yeah, and then just a couple of little checklists. So that is what I've got so far. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will just catch you at the end of, I mean, it'll be like 2 weeks from now, but for you guys, it'll just be a couple of seconds, but then to see the end of it. Hey everyone, so here is how my week turned out, all filled out. Like I said, really nothing changed. This week I had pretty much planned out beforehand, but here it is for you anyways. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye now.